Welcome to Season 2 of the Shekina Meditation Podcast, created by community members and friends of Shekina Garden in Pai, Thailand. Shekina communities are dedicated to creating free devotional spaces of Christian practice for spiritual seekers and travelers around the world. We post Christ-centered guided meditation each week to help you in your personal or small group practice. You can find episode show notes and other information at shekinacommunity.com.
Hi there, everyone. This is Ro. Welcome. I'm sitting here with my friend Ray. How you doing, Ray?
I'm doing good. How are you, Ro?
I'm really well. I'm delighted about the weather at the moment. It's just rather glorious. Sunny, blue skies, starting to cool off. Very beautiful. Very enjoyable. It's Season 2, Episode 34 of our podcast.
And you guys are superstar patrons. You are the ones supporting this podcast, helping us keep going. We do all of our practices for free for travelers and spiritual seekers in our space here at Shekina Garden. And so we want to keep doing this, and you guys help us. There are things that we need to pay for in our space and keeping things running. So thank you. You guys are the ones that make it happen. If you want to join in this beloved little community, you can find us at patreon.com/Shekina Meditation Podcast. And you can support us for $1 or more per month.
Another way that you can support us, if that's not quite accessible to you at the moment, another way we really appreciate is by rating and reviewing us on iTunes. So it just helps other people find us if they're looking for Christ-centered meditation or this sort of podcast in general. It helps people come across us a bit more easily. So doing that on iTunes or perhaps sharing in some other way. If you're on Instagram, we have an account. It's at Shekina Garden. And you could maybe share one of those posts to your stories or to a friend. You could just share this through whatever app you're listening to it on right now. That would be so helpful. It just helps people find us. It helps grow our little community of listeners. And it really helps us see that this is worthwhile in putting it out into the world. So we really appreciate all those shares, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you. Today's meditation is part 5 of 9 in a series on the fruit of the Spirit with Neil. Today he is focusing on kindness with some Lectio Divina from Proverbs, from the book of Proverbs. So he's got 3 different verses. It's chapter 11:16, 12 verse 25, and chapter 14 verse 31. So Neil will start with some exercises, helping you to guide your mind into a quiet place. And then he will guide through the meditation on the verses, and he has some questions for helpful contemplation about kindness.
And we would really recommend that after that part of the meditation, that the third movement would be some sort of processing of your meditation, either with others, listening well to each other, perhaps passing around an object like a talking stick or a beautiful stone. And as each person holds the object, giving them the opportunity to share just from their experience without any interruption, just listening to what each person shares. Or if you're by yourself meditating, maybe taking a few moments just to write down a few things in a journal, or draw a little drawing, or process in some other way, maybe make a little voice note. Just another little way to process and to help it sort of stay within you in a special way.
Let's begin.
Well, today's meditation is a continuation of my series through the fruit of the Spirit, Today we are on kindness. So my question is, how does your spirituality inspire kindness to others and to yourself? How does it inspire you to be kind? So with that, please find a comfortable position. Something that you can hold for a while. You can, of course, shift and move around during the meditation. There's no strict rules about that. But something that is comfortable, but not too comfortable. Something that can help you maintain your concentration. And of course, close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. Just breathing normally and comfortably. If you've been meditating for a while, this may be a familiar thing to do now. Feeling the sensation, paying attention to the sensations as the air moves into your body, as you inhale. Sits there for that split second and then breathes out again. Exhales. And gently and slowly move to other sensations in your body. Perhaps your nose is a little blocked, or your clothes move as you breathe. But from your breath, begin to explore what else is happening sensation-wise in your body. Perhaps there is air moving across your skin. And if there are any spots in your body that are a bit tight or sore, or you'd like to stretch or breathe into, then feel free. And as you do that, you can become a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more settled. And hopefully a little bit more enjoyable in this meditation. And as you sit and breathe, let's move our awareness beyond ourselves and into the soundscape around us. What can you hear? Slowly move from sound to sound and imagine in your mind what it looks like. And how is it that it's making this sound? The purpose of these little mindfulness exercises is to quieten our minds and our hearts. And hopefully they're doing their job. But our minds, well, they're easily distracted. And during such meditations, perhaps there are thoughts and feelings, concerns or things to do that might want to creep in and distract us. And so with these things, I would invite you to engage your imagination right now. And imagine yourself seated in a place that is familiar and peaceful and comfortable. It's just you sitting there. There is no expectations upon you. And the time that you have is yours. And with these things that may distract you, thoughts and feelings and things to do, I encourage you to, in your imagination, write them on a piece of paper, each one, individually. And as you write, or perhaps draw a picture, something on a piece of paper that represents each thing that is on your mind or on your heart, and place them in a little pile in front of you or in your lap. Take a few moments to do that now. Be deliberate and as thorough as you like. Let's place these things on paper. And when you come to the point where your pile is complete, as much as that is reasonably possible. When you're ready, pick up your pile of little pieces of paper and place this pile behind you, out of sight and out of mind. It'll be there at the end of the meditation if you choose to take them up again. Let's just place them behind you now, so we can create a clear space before us as we move into the next part of the meditation. And if it so happens that one of these bits of paper finds itself in your hands and in your head and heart again, that's okay. Just place it behind you again. Or if something new comes along, place it on a new piece of paper and just gently place it behind you again. And it's into this clear space before us that I would like to encourage you to invite the divine, to acknowledge the presence of the divine spirit. God is always present among us. But take this moment to acknowledge that presence. And in this presence, we move to our scriptures. Today's scriptures are from the book of Proverbs, and there are 3. And Proverbs are like a little packet of wisdom, and there will be opportunity to unpack these little packets. And so how this will flow will be a little different to your usual Lectio Divina. I'll read the first one, and we will spend some time contemplating it, and then the second one, and then the third one, and then all 3 at the very end. And I'd like to remind you again of our question, our theme. How does your spirituality inspire kindness? So, from Proverbs chapter 11. A kind-hearted woman gains honor, but ruthless men gain only wealth. A kind-hearted woman gains honor, but ruthless men gain only wealth. Does this proverb stir any emotions in you? Does it raise any questions? A kind-hearted woman gains honor, but ruthless men gain only wealth. How does this proverb touch your life? A kind-hearted woman gains honor, but ruthless men gain only wealth. The next scripture is from chapter 12. An anxious heart weighs a person down, but a kind word cheers them up. An anxious heart weighs a person down, but a kind word cheers them up. Are there any emotions or questions that this proverb inspires? An anxious heart weighs a person down, but a kind word cheers them up. Where does this proverb touch your life? An anxious heart weighs a person down, but a kind word cheers them up. The next proverb is from chapter 14. He who oppresses the poor shows contempt for their maker, but whoever is kind to the needy honors God. He who oppresses the poor shows contempt for their maker, but whoever is kind to the needy honors God. What does this proverb evoke in you? He who oppresses the poor shows contempt for their maker, but whoever is kind to the needy honors God. Where does this proverb touch your life? He who oppresses the poor shows contempt for their Maker, but whoever is kind to the needy honors God. Come back to your place where you are seated, that peaceful place. A peaceful place that is clear before you. And imagine someone seated in front of you. That someone is Jesus. He is safe, and things between you are comfortable and relaxed. And as I read through these 3 Proverbs again, imagine that it is Jesus speaking these words. And after each proverb, I encourage you to respond to him with whatever has come up for you during this time. A kind-hearted woman gains honor, but ruthless men gain only wealth. An anxious heart weighs a person down, but a kind word cheers them up. He who oppresses the poor shows contempt for their Maker, but whoever is kind to the needy honors God. In, in your sitting with Jesus, and with these words and your responses, is there some phrase or idea or command or request or something that is being spoken to you or is being desired of you? all that you desire of God. Take a moment as we finish, if there is something like that, to formulate a prayer around it. And pray that to the divine. And to finish this time, perhaps you'd like to offer a prayer of gratitude. And when you've done that, come back to your breath. And as you breathe, become more aware of the sounds around you. And become aware of the sensations in your body. And of the people around you. And in your own time, when you're ready, and as a sign of rejoining the circle, open your eyes and we'll move on to the next part of the meditation.
Thank you for joining today. There will be a new guided meditation available each week, so don't forget to subscribe to iTunes or sign up for our newsletter to get podcasts delivered to your inbox at www.shekinacommunity.com/podcast newsletter. Also, you can rate or review on iTunes or sign up as a patron at patreon.com/Shekina Meditation Podcast. Have a beautiful week. Many blessings to you.